Hi, is this the EB Games in Brandon, Manitoba? Yeah. Is everybody still alive? That's good. Thank God. Alright. Thanks, bye. It's vlog time! And we are rolling. I guess we're rolling. I always say that. I'm always saying we're rolling. Like, no, I'm not rolling. I'm in my car. I just, stalling. I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. Anyway, in today's vlog, I'm going to talk about my week. I'm also going to talk about the shift bid that happened, which was, some of you guys already know what I ended up with, so, but some people don't. So we'll talk about that. Right now, I'm on my way to, you guessed it, yeah, I'm going to Timmy's. Didn't even have my coffee today. I had no sugar. I have to go buy some sugar today for my coffee at home. Anyway, yeah, I like my 4 sugars in my coffee, so I go through about, 2 kilos of sugar every 2 days. But anyway, I'm going to Timmy's. I'm gonna pick up my coffee, and then I gotta go to my brother's house, pick something up there, which is pretty much what this is going to be about. Well, it's not really just what this is going to be about. Part of the week anyway of what happened. And maybe I feel a little bit under the weather still. I had a head cold, and well, not had one. I still got one, but it's not so bad now. Ultravin is a fantastic tool to use. Actually breathe. Then we're gonna hit the Timmy's, and then we're gonna talk about the week. Maybe there'll be a lineup at Timmy's, and I'll jump back online. Yeah, so I'll talk to you guys in a second. All right, so I got my Timmy's. Yeah, there's a little bit of a drama in the Timmy's line there. Guy orders in front of me, and those lanes that split and then they funnel back into one, which is the stupidest thing they could ever have done at Timmy's. So the guy beside me in the other ordering window there says his order, and he doesn't move. And I finish mine. I'm like, are you gonna move up? Are you gonna go ahead of me? Nope, he didn't move. So I went in front of him, and then I get to the window, and all of a sudden it's like huge drama. Like they can't find my order. Like I was just one car. Check the order. Damn it. Anyway, interesting week this week. On my days off are Wednesday, Thursday right now. So I I picked up my daughter on Wednesday, and I told her the week before. I said, you know what? Let's go do something fun. We always end up going shopping or the Penn Center or some kind of mall or do whatever. So I'm like, you know what? Let's go do something fun. So I suggested Sky Zone, which I don't know if you guys know, but Sky Zone is an indoor trampoline park. And she was so excited. She's like, yeah, let's do that. And I'm like, okay, let's go to Sky Zone. So we went to Sky Zone, and we had a great time. I'm 42 years old. I shouldn't have jumped on the trampolines, but I did. It was fun, dunking the ball, doing alley-oops to myself and everything. And then I threw my shoulder out. I really can't lift my arm right now. But I was telling people at work last night about it, and they're like, well, you know what? You probably didn't even injure it there. You probably just aggravated because you've been working out so much. And I have been. I've been working out. Prior to that, I was 42 days straight. Well, minus one day. I did miss one Sunday. But that's every day in the gym. And I guess when you overdo it, then you're prone to injury. So, and that's what I did. I overdid it, and now I've taken a week off from the gym right now because it's it's what you got to do. You need your body to rest, right? So anyway, we went to Sky Zone. We had a great time, and yeah, you know what? My daughter says to me, you know what, Dad, let's do this again every 2 months. I'm like, okay, I guess we could if we really wanted to. So that was Wednesday. Thursday, I picked up my daughter again. We hung out, went out for dinner, and then we didn't really do much after that. Dropped her off back at home, and then I came back to the apartment on the 10th, and then I cut up some meat for some jerky, and I decided to lend my brother the dehydrators. And so I sliced the meat at my place. He wanted to try a different recipe. He's like, I want to do a I don't know, sweet teriyaki, hot, sweet, whatever. I'm like, all right. I'm not a big fan on the spicy stuff anymore. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because of my palate or my body's changed, and it's okay to eat spicy stuff, but some people do it all the time. I don't know how everyone eats spicy stuff all the time, and I don't know. Anyway, my body can't take it anymore. So we're gonna see what this jerky tastes like. He's done dehydrating it now. I'm actually parked in front of his place, and he loves being on camera, so this should be interesting. Alright, so now I'm continuing this vlog, and I'm at my brother's place, and oh hey, there's Art. Yeah, Art's down there. Kids are on the couch, but I'm not putting them on camera. Anyway, you got the jerky? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Machines too?
No, did you clean them?
Yeah.
No, I'll pick them up later some other time. Anyway, yeah. So he loves being on camera, right? He doesn't, he hates it. So I went to my brother's. I'm still actually in front of his place. I'm just leaving right now. I'm at Timmy's to pick up the jerky that he decided to experiment with and try a different recipe. Not like there's anything wrong with my recipe. I'm still waiting on that review, Nick. But yeah, so he decided to do a sweet teriyaki spicy one, and I tried it. I took a piece out of the bag, and not a fan. I did not enjoy it, so I left my portion, my 2 pounds of it at his place, and I said, you know what, Art's wife, you can have it. It's yours. I'm not a fan. And you know, Art's kind of pissed off about it, but you know what? You live and learn, right? You want to make your own. You got to experiment, right? So chefs in the world develop their own flavors and good recipes. You got to experiment. So that was a fail in my eyes anyway. He says it's okay, but he goes, you know what? I'll never make this again. And I said okay. So that was a fail, and I suggested to him. I said, you know what? You want to make jerky? You want to experiment and stuff like that? Buy small roasts, cut them up by hand, marinate them, dehydrate them. I'm talking like tiny roasts like this. Just try them out. Even take a bigger roast, cut it into different size roasts, slice them up, and experiment. And that's the best way you're going to learn how to make your own different kinds of jerky. He tried to grab a recipe online for that sweet teriyaki heat one, and he measured everything was done fine. It's just that, and I guess we figured that when used, because the recipe called for honey, so he used the right amount of honey that it said on the recipe. But I guess the honey was just overbearing. There was hardly any teriyaki. It was all honey and no heat at all. And we tried the heat that he added, and it was pretty hot. It was a spicy heat. Can't remember the name of it, but it was a spicy heat, and I was like, fuck, hopefully this doesn't kill the jerky or it's gonna be too hot to eat. But nope, it didn't. It's just all honey, in my own opinion. Anyway, so you live and learn. So I'm passing my apartment right now, heading over to the vape store. I'm gonna go buy some juice. I'm gonna go back to Sugar Shack. I think that's the flavor I'm gonna go back to, because I like the ones I have now. I do have the peanut butter and banana one, and I've got the another one, which is it's like a caramel and cinnamon. It's like basically a cinnamon bun, and it's good, but a little bit overbearing on the cinnamon, and that's what this one is here. So we're gonna head over to the vape store and go back to Sugar Shack. So anyway, let's talk about the week. So shit, I better push the gas pedal. So besides this week, let's talk about what happened before. I did my shift bid, and starting January 7th, 2018, I will be on day shift. Day shift is from 6 to 2:30. It's currently swing shift. Day shift is 10 in the morning till 6:30 p.m. And I live, in St. Catharines, and I work in the fall, so home after work before 7 o'clock every night, which is fantastic. And you know what? kind of living a single life, it's okay because, you know, it gives me the opportunity to do some stuff at night, work on this channel, you know, call my daughter, hang out with her whenever I want, you know, and I'm looking forward to it. And I'm glad we did the shift bit, because you know what, working on the same shift, same location, same days off. Last time we did a shift bit was 6 years ago, and prior to that it was God knows how long. But I've been on 6 to 2:30 in the morning for 13 years, and I needed a change. I mean, those fucking people are driving me fucking crazy, like cuckoo. So I'm glad we did the shift bid. I'm going to day shift. You know, Chad's gonna have to find his own way to work, even though he thinks I've already pawned him off to someone else, which I kind of, in all reality, I kind of did pawn him off to someone else, because you know what? You're a big boy. Find another way to work. No, I'm just kidding. I pick him up on the weekends, on the Friday and Saturday. I just, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, I'm trying to, I don't want to go to work at 4:30. I'd rather go to work, leave for work at 5, and save myself a half-hour time. So I got somebody else to pick him up. And you know who she is. She's the one that, that's Cecile. She was in my last vlog when I went to the craft show. The older lady with the white hair. Older lady. She's not old. Anyway, yeah, so day shift is going to be fantastic. I'm probably going to do some streaming, some gaming on there. I'm excited. I mean, I've been watching a lot of Rod J's Game Ventures, and nifty title, by the way. I've been watching some of those streams, and it's getting me back into that. Oh, I want to stream some stuff again. Do some chatting while I'm streaming with my buddies. I'm also going to do a live. I kind of want to do a live hangout as well, and I just haven't decided which day to do it on. You know what? I don't know. Maybe Mondays. I don't want to drink every day, obviously. So I don't know. Maybe Friday nights. Oh no, that's Lance's stuff. Shit. I don't know. I gotta figure out something. Let me see. What else do I want to do at night? Oh, I want to do a lot more reviews and stuff like that. I actually have a little project that I'm going to be working on called, I'll give you guys a little hint. It's about educating people. I mean, I'm new in the beer world still. I mean, I'm new with craft beer and all macros and all kinds of stuff. And I mean, I've been drinking beer for a long time, but not really analyzing it and using my palate, even though my palate's terrible, right, Joe? And yeah, so I'm going to do a little segment about you know, being educated on beer. So we're going to start doing that soon. I might wait till the new year to actually start putting those up, but if not, I'll try to get one, or at least a small little segment, a little tidbit, if you will, on that. I want to learn. Everyone, you know, that's what I'm doing this for, right? I'm learning. And yeah, it doesn't hurt to learn. Anyway, I'm almost at the vape store. So I'm gonna go pick up my juice. These guys won't let me film. I know that for a fact. So I'll go pick up the juice, and I'll be right back, and we'll talk in a minute. Look. Picked up my juice for my vape darts thing, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, so I picked up my juice. Now I'm going to drive back to the apartment. It's starting to snow here. Like, it's on and off. So I'm like, you know what? I don't really want to hang out in the cold. It's Sunday. I want to rest. I want to go play my Xbox. And speaking of Xbox, on Thursday, like I said, I hung out with my daughter. Didn't do very much. Cut the meat. Brought it to my brother's. Friday, I woke up with the biggest head cold, and my shoulder was broken. I'm like, you know what? I'm calling in sick. And called in sick for work. Went to the clinic. Sat and talked to the doctor for a second. And he goes, you know what? I'm not even gonna. He looked at me and he goes, you know what? Just talk to me for a second. I said, okay, what's up? He goes, where do you live? I said, I live in St. Catharines. And he's like, you live far from here? I said, no, I just live down the street. And he goes, okay, you know what? That's all I need to do. Because he looked at me and says, you have the worst head cold I've seen in a long time. I was like, great. So what are you going to prescribe me? He goes, nothing I can really prescribe you that's it's going to help you. What you got to do is, you know, drink plenty of fluids, lots of vitamin C, take Tylenol cold, and rest. That's it. That's all I can do. And I'm like, okay. Well, I called in sick, so I need a doctor's note. He goes, yeah, it's already at the front for you. I said, okay, thank you. So went back home after the clinic, just chilled out in my apartment for a little bit. I started feeling a little bit better. I popped a couple Tylenol colds and a couple Advil for my shoulder. And I'm like, you know what? Now I'm bored. What am I gonna do? So then I thought to myself, you know what? Since the separation, I really haven't bought anything for myself. You know what I mean? I haven't really, you know, took any of the money that I got from the house or any of that stuff. I didn't really go out and get myself anything exciting. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna go and do something. So I called up EB Games and I said, do you guys have any Xbox One X's? And they said, yeah, we've got a couple. I said, okay, what's the trade-in value for an Xbox One, the 500 gigabyte one? And they said, but 165. I said, okay, well, what happened to the $200 deal? He goes, oh, that's over. That ended last week. I said, okay, no problem. I'll take the $35 hit. So I'm like, what do you guys need? I said, you know what? Bring me a controller, bring me the Xbox, power cord, and an HDMI cable. Okay. So I unhooked it, brought everything over to EB Games, and I said, actually, before I even brought it over, when I talked to him, I said, can you hold one of the Xbox One X's? He goes, sure. What's your name? I said, my name's Chris. He goes, okay. He goes, you're going to be here within, you know, are you going to be here today before it closes? I said, you know what, I'll probably be there within half hour to an hour. He's like, okay, no problem. Packed up my stuff, went over to EB Games, traded in my Xbox One, and picked myself up an Xbox One X. And I'm like, you know what? That's a nice little Christmas present. But here's the thing, Xbox One X is only good if you got a 4K TV, and I didn't have one. So I'm like, oh, we're gonna have to go buy a new TV. So did some searching on my phone. Noticed that Best Buy's got a few, and I'm like, okay, well, I live in St. Catharines, I'm not too far, I can go to Best Buy. But then I thought, you know what, I'm at the Fairview Mall EB Games, I'm gonna go look in Walmart. And you know what, good thing I did, because Walmart price matches anyway. So I went in, I saw a nice 55-inch 4K LG. They had it up for $1,100. And then I checked the Best Buy flyer. Lo and behold, it's on sale at Best Buy. Or it's cheaper at Best Buy, so they price matched it. And I got myself my 4K TV. And let me tell you guys, what a difference. So I'm like, okay, so I bought the TV, and 55 inches it's the largest that could fit in my Jetta. So got it, put it in the car, brought it home. Took me forever to get that TV out of the box, only because my shoulder was broken. Couldn't lift my arm, so I couldn't get it out of the box. So I had to lie it down, cut the box open, you know, take the TV out, put the stands on them, or actually the legs on the TV, and put it up on the stand eventually. And yeah, hooked up the Xbox. I started installing some games. I did pick up Star Wars Battlefront 2. And let me tell you, that looks gorgeous in 4K. It looks like a movie. It really does. And it's so impressive that I'm excited. Right now I'm going home to go play it because it's that good. So as the game was installing and all that stuff, I decided to go to my Netflix on my TV, which is kind of neat because it's a one button click on the remote on the LG, and it goes right to Netflix and actually goes right to where you left off. So logged into my Netflix, started watching The Punisher, which is fantastic, and I actually pay the extra $3 a month for Netflix for the 4K streams, or the high definition streams, and watching The Punisher in 4K is worth the $3 a month. It looks fantastic. I mean, like, even little pellets of blood are just so detailed and so crisp. It's like, wow, what a purchase. So that's what I ended up doing. I ended up getting myself an Xbox One X. and an LG 55-inch 4K TV, and I'm like, you know what? Merry Christmas, me. Yeah, so that's where I'm going. I'm going home now. I'm gonna go play it. I'm gonna play some Star Wars. I installed obviously my Call of Duty World War II, and I also reinstalled my Battlefield 1, which I can't wait. I haven't even started playing that yet in 4K, and that's just gonna be freaking awesome. I can't wait. Maybe I'll play that instead of Battlefront 2. Well, what else is going on in my week? Not much. That was Friday. Yesterday was Saturday. Not much. Went to work. Whatever. Picked up Chad for work and stuff. And then, yeah, that's it. And then today's Sunday. So there's my week. Anyway, guys, I'm going behind somebody that's really slow right now. Anyway, if you guys liked the video, click like down below. I'm going to end this vlog, and don't forget to subscribe to On the 10th. And that was my vlog. Well, vlog 6. Yeah. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. All right, bye.